Assalamu alaikum. We will start the chapter on first and second order circuits today. First of all, we will discuss the transient and steady state response, and we will first of all consider first order circuits. Now remember, when we talk about the first and second order circuits, we have to have some knowledge about the two important energy storage devices which we come across in circuits and electrical world. The first one is inductor. Now inductor is basically an energy storage device which stores the magnetic field energy, and the expression for the energy is 1/2 Li square. Now this being constant, this means that EL is directly proportional to the square of the current. Now this means that the inductor energy is current sensitive, it depends upon the current. On the other hand, we have capacitor. Now capacitor is a device which stores electric field energy. The energy content is voltage sensitive since it's given by this expression. If we consider this as constant, then we have EC is directly proportional to V square. So one energy storage device is current sensitive, that is its energy content depends on the current content. The other energy depends upon the voltage content. Now let's talk about first of all an RL circuit. Now we have included a new device over here, and that is a switch. Now a switch may close or open at instant which is referred to as t is equal to 0. That is the start of the events. So in any case, we now go to the time domain analysis. Now the time domain analysis over here for the first and second order circuit will be based on a steady voltage or DC voltage. Now we have to go for this notation in terms of the time domain, voltage as Vt and current as It in all the analysis, foregoing analysis. So let's first of all consider an RL circuit. Now when the switch is open and we consider that there is no energy in the inductor, the energy in the inductor is 0. Now this means the inductor current IL is equal to 0. Now this T is at some instant anyhow, but anyhow initially when we talk about before switching, that is the switch is open. The switch is open and the inductor energy is 0. So this means we are talking about before t is equal to 0, that is t less than 0. Now we will have to use something like 0 minus, that is before 0. Now this means that the inductor current is supposed to be 0. In other words, inductor is a part of this circuit loop. So this means that the circuit current is also 0. So I'll just put it like this, that the circuit current in fact before t is equal to 0 is also 0. So now we come to something like instant of closing the switch. Now when we close the switch, now inductor is sort of a reactive component. It will not change the current instantly. That is, when the instant of switch, that is at t is equal to 0, at that particular instant, this current, that is the inductor current, will not change. This means that the current of the inductor at t is equal to 0, I am not putting minus anymore, will also be 0. So inductor is a device which does not change its state of current instantly. So this means that before switching it was 0. Now at the instant of switching it will not go for instant change, and therefore it will again 0. Now to have knowledge of the current of the circuit after the switching is done, so what will happen? We don't know, but we have to go for some sort of mathematics, and in that case we will be building a mathematical equation based on first order differential equation, because we are going for time domain analysis. Now when we close the switch, in fact we can consider this as a single loop with two voltage drops one across the resistance VR and the other across the inductor. So the source voltage Vt is equal to VLT plus VRT. Now this is capital V, and by definition this is L dit by dt, and this one is R into IT. Or we can go for a standard differential equation in this form. Now this is the standard first order non-homogeneous differential equation. Now the solution will be a two-part. One will be based on the complementary part, which will give us the transient response. Now the other part will be based on the particular solution or particular integral, and that will give us the steady state response. So in fact, an ordinary differential equation will have two-part solution in general, but the complementary part is based on the general form in k e to the power minus. Now if you bring the equation in the standard form like this, that is no multiple with the derivative term, then we can say reversing the sign of this will become the power of the exponent, and the particular part will be this portion divided by this portion. So this means that this will be equal to V over R. Now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now equation 2 is the solution. The first part is the transient part, which disappears when you go for t is equal to infinity. Now the complementary part is the transient response, and the transient response component can be tested by putting t tends to infinity, so that this transient component will disappear, and leaving behind only the steady state component, which is V over R. Now this means what we have important conclusions over here. Now the first one, they are actually given in the notes, so please go through the notes. I'll just go quickly through it. Now an inductor with no energy content, the first conclusion is inductor with no energy content effectively acts as open circuit. Because of this condition, IN is equal to 0. That is, current 0 is the condition for open circuit. Now the second conclusion is that the inductor current will not change instantly. No instant change in the current. No instant change in the current. Now the third is, again we can say that the inductor at t is equal to 0 at the time of switching with no energy content, it will appear as open circuit. The fourth one is under steady state. Now under steady state means that if we get rid of this component by putting t tends to infinity, so this means we are only left with this component V by R, and it looks like that the inductor is short circuited, so the circuit current by according to the Ohm's law will be V over R. So this means that for t is equal to infinity, the inductor will appear as a short circuit. It means voltage 0. The voltage across the inductor will be 0. So this is something to do with the RL circuit. Now let's come to the RC circuit. Now for RC circuit, we will be referring to the electric field energy stored in the capacitor. Now to start with, we consider this circuit in which the switch is open, and on closing the switch we are expecting a current IT. Now again the combination is series combination connected to a source which is a DC source V. So again we go for the assumption that the energy content of the capacitor is 0. This means before switching we can say that the voltage across the capacitor is 0 because there is no energy. So there is no charge across the plate of the capacitor, and eventually the voltage is 0. So we can say that VC 0 minus is equal to 0. Now Now, anyhow, if you work out the circuit current, it's also 0, the circuit is open. So, anyone can say the circuit is open, the current is 0, so I0 minus is equal to 0. Now, let's close the switch. Now, at the instant of closing the switch at t is equal to 0, the same thing will happen since the capacitor is something like sensitive to changes in voltage. So, this means its voltage will not change instantly. So, it will remain 0, the same voltage, with the same polarity, of course, if there is a finite voltage value. Now, you can say anybody, this is a very common situation, anyone who is sensitive to something will not like a change in that particular matter. So, a capacitor is sensitive to electric field energy, that is the voltage, and anyhow it will not like a sudden change in voltage. So, it will remain the same. Now, for t greater than 0, we have to build the governing equation as usual by referring to this particular circuit, a closed circuit, in which case it becomes a single loop for KVL. So, we have again Vt is equal to Vrt plus Vct. Now, if you put the values, V is equal to R into It plus 1 over C integral It dt. Now, this is no differential equation because it contains an integral. So, in order to get the differential equation, we take the derivative of both sides. Now, the derivative of this constant quantity is 0, and this will become R dit by dt, and the integral will disappear and we will simply get It over C. Or we can rearrange this one in the form of a standard differential equation of the first order, 1 over Rc It equals 0. Now, this is equation 1, which is a standard first order homogeneous differential equation because there is no forcing function. And this means that the solution will only contain the transient portion and not the steady state portion. So, the current will be equal to simply K reverse the sign of this quantity as an exponent of the E, the power of the E. So, this is the total response. It does not contain any steady state since there is no forcing function. Now, the value of K in either case when we talk about the RL or RC is to be evaluated from the initial state of the circuit at t is equal to 0. In inductor case, in RL case, it will be the inductor current, and in RC case, it will be the capacitor voltage. So, let's have some conclusions over here, in fact, in the same manner as we have done for the RL circuit. Now, to start with, when we say that no energy in the capacitor 0, so the voltage is 0. Now, at the time of switching, at the instant of switching at t is equal to 0. Now, when we close the switch, the inductor voltage will not change. It's a voltage sensitive device, so this means that it will remain as the same and the same polarity if it's a finite voltage that is other than 0. Now, in this case, we can say that the capacitor actually behaves as a short circuit. Because voltage 0 is a condition for short circuit. So, at t is equal to 0, at the instant of switching under the condition as such, the capacitor will behave as a short circuit. Now, at t is equal to infinity. Now, when we go for t is equal to infinity, in fact, the current is 0. If you put t is equal to infinity in this particular expression, I will get this current equal to 0. Now, when the current is 0, it means that this is the condition for open circuit. It means under steady state, the capacitor will become open circuit and a voltage will appear across that open circuit, which is the steady state voltage of the capacitor. So this was all about the general information which we can get about the RL and RC circuit.